Welcome back to Inspired Dishes. Today I will be making a chicken shrimp Alfredo with garlic biscuits. It sounds good, don't it? These are the ingredients. If you see my other recipe, I have rotisserie chicken. I still have some left. It's not all the chicken, but it's most of it. I have some shrimp that are pretty much seasoned already. That's raw shrimp. So it has to be deveined. Now I'm going to show you one of them that has not been deveined in order to show you how to devein it. Now you can get what is already deveined. However, it's the pre-cooked kind. Now, even though you don't have to pre-cook it, I already tell you right now, if you cook it too much, it's going to be rubbery. Even last time, I think when I tried one, I don't even think I even cooked it. Because the first time when I cooked, I'm like, it's too rubbery. So the next time, I don't think I cooked it. I think I just took it out the freezer to defrost, and when I ate it, I'm like, how is it still chewy? I didn't even cook it, so yeah, with the pre-cook, it ain't gonna be all that good. I'm already telling you off real. So I would get the raw shrimp, just make sure you devein it. Have butter, just a little bit, it's unsalted. And now I use that butter to do my broccoli. This is my broccoli right here. I know some people say broccoli inside of Alfredo. I love broccoli inside of my Alfredo. If you don't like broccoli inside of yours, then it's quite alright. Now I have the stir fry mix. You can't see really. Hold on. It's called the stir fry mix, and it comes with broccoli, carrots, snow peas. So I'm gonna use everything except for the carrots. And I pretty much use a little bit of water, like less than half a cup of water. I season it with the chicken powder, and I use a little bit of butter, like a teaspoon of butter, and I pretty much just sauteed it. So some people like their broccoli a little crunchy still. If you want yours like that, you can, but I like mine just a little bit of mushy. So yeah, I pretty much boiled that. It's on the stove right now. I will be using Parmesan cheese, heavy whipping cream. If you have regular whipping cream, go ahead and use that. This is a 16 fluid ounce. Yeah, I use this to season my shrimp as well as that chicken powder that I just showed you. I have my fettuccine noodles. As far as the biscuits, bam! Yes, I hope y'all didn't think I was gonna make them biscuits from scratch. You heard? I wanted to have more of that cheese look, so I will be adding additional sharp cheddar cheese. And I had a little bit of mozzarella. I might just use a little bit of that as well. Just follow the pretty much the instructions on the back of it. Okay, now we're gonna get started on the noodles. Now I pretty much have some water filled up, and also I season it with that chicken powder as well, because you want to season up your noodles with that chicken taste, throughout. So just put like a cap of oil, any type of oil you have. It's a little tinsy, like a half a teaspoon really. And what that is pretty much it's so your noodles won't stick. Now I know a lot of people like recipes, I see they say don't put oil because it's gonna make it separate, and when you put the cheese in it, it's not gonna stick. I never had an issue when I tried it myself. I'm not gonna use this whole thing of fettuccine noodles. However, if you're looking for like a large, crowd or whatever, go ahead. I have the stove on medium high. I used to break my noodles up too. I've been seeing people say, oh, if you want a real Italian or something like that, don't break them up. First of all, I ain't Italian. You feel me? I don't think I got Italian in my blood. However, even if I was, I'm going to break it up if I have to. I use like half the box. So we're just going to let that boil. Leave it alone now, let it boil. Now, I know there's somebody that's out there that's like, wait a minute, hey, she forgot to show us how to devein the shrimp. Did she say? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I almost forgot. Here it is. Never too late. Now, sometimes the veins be on this side, like in between. You see where this little line at? However, it doesn't have it on this, but just make sure. However, if you turn it over, you see this black thing? Yeah, right here. Hey y'all see? Yeah, that's shrimp boo-boo. You want to devein that. Now if you ingest it, it's not going to, make you perish. Or I don't think you're not even sick, but who want to ingest that? So you see how I got the knife and just pretty much cutting it? It's not really all that. You see how I got it on my hand? Yeah, you want to rinse it off. I got most of it except for, you see the top, not top, but like the tip part. Okay, like it's gone. So yeah, see how it's clean? No more shrimp boo boo, y'all. And you just want to clean your again one more time, like with water. The water about a couple of minutes, it's gonna, the water is gonna make it like, get tender. So it's gonna pretty much get down in the water itself eventually. Me, I like my noodles not too hard, but like with certain noodles, I like them kind of smushy. But yeah, you don't want to make your noodles really smushy. For this, you want it to be a little al dente, like with like a little bit of bite to it. So yeah, but you'll know when it's ready. Okay, I'm ready to take it out. I meant to grab some tongs, but yeah. See how it's kind of like, it's soft. It don't got softer, but it's still like al dente. You can still like bite it. You gotta chew to it. That's how you want it. And you just want to drain it, drain the water and everything. Okay, now we done pretty much drained the noodles and set them to the side. Now we're gonna use the same pan. The water's already, everything is already out. And I'm just gonna add the salt and the salted butter. If you want to, you can use just vegetable oil, any type of vegetable oil or olive oil. You just want something to be able to saute the shrimp. So we're just gonna let that, melt down, and I have it on medium high. So to melt it down a little bit, now we're gonna add our shrimp. This butter got a little brown, smells so good. Brown butter is pretty much when you let the butter caramelize. Yeah, that's pretty much what it done did. And I had to do something real quick, and I came back, and it don't caramelize, but it smells good, so it ain't gonna hurt. Just move it around so it don't stick. But also too, if you keep the raw ones in, not just the pre-cooked one, it can get rubbery as well. So be mindful of that. But the pre-cooked ones, I feel like they get rubberier, if that's a word, quicker. All right, it's been like about 30 seconds. I'm about to flip it over now. I'm gonna take those off. You see all this in here? We're gonna keep that in there because we're gonna use that to pretty much build up our sauce. I don't know, I turned my stove off. I'm gonna turn it back on, but I'm gonna turn it on like low. It's on low, but it's like in the middle of low before you get the medium. So I'm gonna add in my whipping cream. So now I'm gonna pour in my whipping cream. Now I'm gonna turn it up to medium heat. Pretty much you can season yours. However, I'm not gonna season mine because if you see, I sauteed the shrimp. It's already seasoned, so this is already seasoned. Also, too, I put the powder in the noodles that I'm gonna be adding in here. I put the powder also on the broccoli that I'm gonna be adding in here. The chicken already got some taste to it, so you really don't need all that seasoning. Like you don't want to overdo it. And I'm gonna add everything, but before I do, I'm gonna also add the cheese. Okay, so I added in the cheese. You just want to stir it and mix it up. Now it will get thicker once you let it sit for about a minute or two. See how it got a little thicker? However, if it's still not thick, to your liking, you can pretty much put like a cornstarch slurry. However, I didn't put none on there because I'm gonna be adding in all the ingredients. As you see, the noodles are gonna be the broccoli and the meat, the shrimp. So yeah, that was enough sauce, and it wasn't too much sauce for me. But if it's too much sauce and you want to make it a little bit more thick, you can go ahead and add your cornstarch slurry. Okay, so I have everything combined, and I pretty much have that on low heat now. And I'm just gonna put a lid on it and let it sit. And I'm gonna pretty much get started on my biscuits. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna add a little bit more of cheese on the top and just put the lid on. It's gonna pretty much melt. Okay, now I'm pretty much gonna almost follow the steps behind the packet. Now I'm gonna add in my biscuit mix, and then only tells you to add water. However, you know we like to doctor it up, so yeah, I will be actually using buttermilk. However, if you don't have buttermilk, usually I wouldn't have it, but I was gonna use it for another recipe if the Lord's will. However, I mean, in order for you to make buttermilk, you can use regular milk and squeeze a little lemon. I think also you could either squeeze some apple cider vinegar if I'm not mistaken, or just use the water like it says. You really don't need milk, or you can probably just use regular milk without doing anything. But yeah, I'm gonna be using my buttermilk. Now it doesn't give a exact measurement. However, I'm just gonna put a little bit in. You know, if you put too much in, you have to have more flour. And yeah, I only got one packet, and I'm not trying to do all that. However, too, I'm adding in more cheese, so yeah, it's gonna take more liquid as well. So yeah, it already comes with cheese, but yeah, it ain't enough cheese for me, y'all. And when I first opened up the packet, I couldn't really smell it. But as I started adding in the whipping cream and mixing it, I started smelling that garlic. I'm like, it smells so good. So yeah, just pour you some in there and just mix it. Okay, so now we're pretty much gonna bake it up. Now, if you have regular butter, you can just grease your tin pans with butter. But I have my mixing spray, my mixing can of spray. So I sprayed the cans with that spray can. Now I'm gonna pretty much put the dough filling inside of it. And I think it filled up three of them. Now the back of the package says took about 10 to 14 minutes. However, I did add the additional cheese, so it took about 18 minutes to cook. And this is how it looks, y'all. Yes, y'all. Yes, those biscuits look good. If you want to slap on some butter on the top of it in the end, you can. But yeah, I got enough going on, so I didn't put no butter on mine. But yeah, this is how it looks. You see all that cheese gushing out? It look good, y'all. And this is how my pasta look, y'all. Oh my goodness. Like this, y'all can't tell me like, girl, Italian who? Now I'm pretty much ready to taste it. You see me prepare it. Now I'm about to eat it. When I say it's so good, it's like when I open up the garlic, dough, I could smell the garlic. But when I like mix the milk and everything, mixing the cheese and everything, I'm like, I smell garlic. And now remember, this is garlic, so. I smelled that. I smelled it, y'all. I'm ready to eat. Enough of talking. I overdo it with the cheese. That wasn't the meat or anything yet, but he sees it to perfection. If you don't eat meat, then yeah, this is good. And I'm gonna eat it with the broccoli too. Now I know a lot of people don't eat broccoli in their Alfredo. I do, and if you do eat it, you like yours like kind of crunchy. I actually like mine a little mushy. So yeah, but if you don't have to, if you don't want yours like that, you don't have to. All right, let me eat the shrimps. And when I say that shrimp is so seasoned, so good, like perfectly, y'all. It's not rubbery or anything. It's good. Now I'm gonna eat it with the biscuit. That biscuit like pop it on the handstand, big. You wanna make yours from scratch? Go right ahead. Biscuit good too. It's moist, but you can taste the garlic also. And like I said, it had cheese in it, but I had to add additional cheese because I didn't see it too strongly. Now since I added it, you can actually see the cheese in it. Olive Garden, who? More like take garden. You feel me? Yeah. Sometimes I just be like, thank you Jesus, because it's a blessing that I got hands like these. Hands to prepare food, but no, for real. Thank you, Jesus, because I'm right-handed, and I used to cook with my right hand. However, if you look at my other channel, I had a brain aneurysm about 7 years ago, and it affected. I also had a stroke. It affected my right side, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to cook. But when I say I learned how to utilize, because I had no choice but to. The right side was kind of like down, so I had no choice but to learn how to use my left side. And when I say I learned pretty much everything except for the writing, I still try to use my right hand. It hurts a little bit when I write, but I still try to use my right hand because left hand is like, yeah. But as far as everything else with my left hand, cooking and everything, I cook with my left hand. And I thank God for that. And when I got bit by those dogs, attacked by those dogs, my left side is the strong side, so I had to show. So I was defending myself with the left side, and arm got really, messed up really bad. And I just thank God I didn't have nerve damage, but it was really bad. And I was like, okay, God, now my left side is messed up, and my right side is kind of like, so what am I going to do? But glory to God, He pretty much healed my left side as well. I still have like little scars, but it's nothing like, major. And I can start cooking. I started cooking again within days. So glory to God for that. So I'm just grateful that I can be able to cook for myself. I'm grateful for this food. I'm grateful for just being able to be able to eat. Because I know they had to feed to me once upon a time when I was having a brain aneurysm, when I was in the hospital. So being able to eat again myself, it's a blessing. So don't take it for granted, y'all. Even people have food. I see people have so much food that they cook, and I've been wondering, like, who are they giving it to? Are they giving it to a relative or a friend or something? Or are they just throwing it away? Because I'm not gonna waste no food, and I pray to God that they're not wasting no food, because do you know so many people are hungry and pray that they had this food? Don't waste it. Just like you shouldn't waste your life, you shouldn't waste food as well. Because there's so many hungry people, homeless people. I see people looking in the trash cans and different things like that. I know it's not about that, but I don't take it for granted, y'all. I don't take it for granted, God. So that's pretty much it. Let me leave before I get emotional. I just thank you so much, Jesus. I thank you so much. And I'm not going to rate it because you already know what it is, but go ahead and try this recipe out. It's really good. Y'all have a blessed day.